creating a 2-column container in your content area within the Web Content Management System. In your content area, locate an empty component. To create an empty component, select the gear icon in the component area and a plus. And then or you can select add new. If you don't need a component, you can select that gear component again in the component area you do not need, and the minus. Once you have an empty component area, select the create button in the bottom right corner. Give it a name. This will allow you to easily identify what content is what in your content page layout if you need to come back and edit it at a later date. In the select type, if you click on that, it gives you a drop down, and here locate and select KU 2-column container, and then create in the bottom right corner. Now you have created a 2-column container within your content area of your page layout. In this container, you'll notice that you have a left column content and a right column content. This is essentially one container with 2 containers in that container. And then you have to say what you want in each individual container. First, define the size of the left column. Medium will be same size on the left, same size on the right. Small, it's going to be smaller area on the left, larger area on the right. And large is going to be a larger area on the left, smaller area on the right. The size you define here is always going to be assigned to that left column area. In the left column, if you select the arrow down button in the very far bottom right corner, if you open that, this will reveal the component area for that column. So in this component, we're saying what we want in this section of the container. So then we'll select the create button in the bottom right of this left column content area, and then give it a name. Again, this is just for you to identify what content is what, and then select the type. You do have the option of an accordion container, a calendar feed, explore more buttons, flipbook, gallery, media, quote area, text area, and you visit. Just note, if you use a gallery container, an accordion container, even a media container, these items will not be full-sized content areas. They will be in a smaller portion of that content area. We'll use a text area in this left column and then create. So then in this text area, you can type your content as needed or copy paste and then format as necessary. Please see the text area video for all the information on a text area if you need to. So now that I have my left column area filled in, I will select this arrow right next to the add new at the very top to close that content column. Then I will move to my right column content. I'll open it by selecting the arrow in the far left corner. Here I'll do the same thing I did in the left column. I'll say create, give it a name, and then what type of content I want. Here I'll select a media container and then say create. And here is where it can get a little nested. So now you have a container within a container and another container. So in the media container, I'll need to say create and then what type I want. Again, please see the individual video if you need to know the specific type of content task. Those can all be found at kutztown.edu/webtraining. And then here I can say I want an image, go to my assets folder, departments and offices, and then find your department or office in the alphabetical folders, or we do have images and a photo gallery right here on the top level. Locate the image you want in your container. And then confirm that is the image in that bottom right corner. Give that image alternative text. Here I would describe this image as a silhouette of the old Main clock tower and treetops in black against a vibrant red sunset sky. So that is the content that I would type into that area for the alternative text. And this is the text that is read back if a user is using assistive technology to navigate a website. If you wanted a title and description, you could add that there, but we just want content next to an image. So now we have both our right column and left column content filled out. We've defined that size of that left column. So in the very top of this content area, we can save and preview. And then once that preview loads, you'll be able to see your content next to your image. And then by sizing that window of the preview, you'll see how that responds down on mobile. Note everything in the left column will appear first, and then the right column will move under the left on smaller devices. Just keep that in mind as you lay out those 2-column containers. And that is creating a 2-column container within the web content management system.